welcome back to Blooming in Bloomington. We're here in RCA Park. My name is Kate Cedar and we're gonna look at another spring ephemeral. Now, a spring ephemeral is a flower or flowering plant that comes up very early in the spring and usually flowers, produces its seed, and then withers back to the ground before the trees fully leaf out. That way they have all of that sun on the forest floor before it's blocked by the tree leaves. The one we're looking at right now is called the cut-leafed toothwort. Come closer. You can see that it has these big leaves. So this is 3 lobes, but each of those lobes, it's called cut-leaf toothwort because it has a little bitty teeth kind of, and it's very cut into that lobe. So this is 1 leaf, even though it looks kind of like 3, because those lobes are so deep. If we come over here, you'll see our small white flowers coming up on the one central stem. If you look on the stem, you'll see that the leaves kind of swirl as they come up, so that's called a whorled pattern. Instead of being opposite or alternate, they're all around the stem. And this all comes back to one larger area. If I move this here, can you see it? Cut-leaf toothwort is Cardamine concatenata. It is in the brassica family. It is also known as pepperroot because if you dig up the root of this plant and you taste it, it's going to have kind of like a spicy flavor similar to horseradish. It was a very popular condiment with both indigenous peoples and early colonizers of the United States because they could dig up that root and add it to soups and stews and stuff and be able to have flavor when they might have only a few ingredients, especially since this comes up so early in the spring. Now, this plant is mostly spread by those rhizomes, those roots underneath the ground. However, like a lot of other spring wildflowers, it also produces seeds, and those seeds have a little bit of extra tasty stuff for ants on them. So the ants take them, put them underground, and eat that stuff off, and then the flower blooms from there. Some people have used this plant as a ornamental in their gardens, so people want cut-leaf toothwort of their own, so they dig up that rhizome, that root again, and they can actually break it into chunks and plant it different places in their garden. They are pollinated by our bees, so again, spring ephemerals are important because they're some of the first flowers to come up when bees are sort of starting to be active again to provide that nectar and that food source for them. In terms of a medicinal use, we talked about food. The Mohawk people, who call themselves the Kanyenkahaka, or people of the Flint Place, mixed toothwort root with the roots of a yellow lady slippers to treat tuberculosis, as well as chewing the root to alleviate toothache, along with other indigenous groups where this plant is native. That was a wide use for this plant, which is also one of the reasons people think it was given the name of toothwort. Thanks for coming out to Blooming in Bloomington, and tune in next time.